Second baseman number 2, Jake DeClerico.
I'm live.
Left fielder number 15, Mike Murphy. Catcher number 16, Luca Lamaria. Designated hitter number 1, Joe Melo. Pitcher number 36, Joe Carrier. Shortstop number 8, Will Gallagher. And right fielder number 14, Jake Chapman. Your assistant coaches, Ryan Matolis, Carl Corelli, Rob Charma, and your head coach, Dennis McCaffrey. Your substitutions, number 1, Joe Miola. Number 4, Marcus Johnson. Number 5, Nolan Spur. Number 6, Christian Esposito. Number 7, Jack Jaros. Number 9, Andrew Toto. Number 11, Colin Jaros. Number 13, Josh Cooper. Number 17, Luke Pachowski. Number 21, Rob Salvatore. Number 22, Aiden Riley. Number 23, Garrett Lynch. Number 24, Parker Melachori. Number 27, Dominic Falone. Number 28, Ryan Nicholas. Number 34, Aaron Devaney. Number 39, Dan Abramson. Number 56, Mike Finelli. Number 60, Dan DeMarco. And number 63, Brennan Quinones. And now for the Jackson Jaguars. Second baseman number 18, Christian Pallone. Center fielder number 24, Ryan Lasco. Catcher number 17, Tom Kasnick.
Yeah.
First baseman number 14, Cosmin Petosa. Correction, Carmine Petosa. Shortstop number 6, Ty Beck. Third baseman number 15, Jack Wendell. Designated hitter number 22, Chris Kartnick. Pitcher number 84, Joe Santorello. Left fielder number 23, Andrew Sefnick. Right fielder number 46, Bill Petrina. Substitutions number 33, Matt Potok. Number 31, Matt Feld. Number 36, Jared Caruso. Number 37, Austin
already.
Parsik. Number 41, Dan Greenwood. Number 45, Nick Vito. Number 90, Zach McCabe. Number 4, Zage Gocek. Number 10, Greg Pasillo. Number 16, Nick Storaci. Number 21, Reese Resnitzky. Number 72, Zach Appolisi.
No, good Kartnick.
Number 35, Jordan Adler. Number 7, Zach Gotchfeld. Number 4, Rocco Lobista. And number 30, Devin Federa. It's now time for our special first pitches. Here to throw out tonight's first ceremonial first pitch, please welcome New Jersey State Senator Paul Sarlo. And now, please welcome the governor of the great state of New Jersey, Phil Murphy. Thank you, Governor Murphy and Senator Sarlo.
Before the game even started. Jesus.
Fans, please turn your attention to the right field video board for a special message for the New Jersey native, Todd Frazier.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Todd Frazier here. Hope everybody's doing well. I want to congratulate, first off, all the teams for the Last Dance RWJ Barnabas tournament. That's awesome, but especially Cranford and the Ocean County team, the Jackson Jaguars. I want to wish you guys the best of luck in this final championship game. Go out there, be beasts, get after it. Could be the last game for some of you guys. Enjoy it as much as possible. Have some fun and just dominate, man. Enjoy it.
Fans, please rise if you're able. Remove your caps. Veterans, please salute and turn your attention to the flag in center field for the playing of our national anthem.
With that, welcome into Arm & Hammer Park here in Trenton, New Jersey. It's the conclusion of the Last Dance World Series, our championship game between the Jackson Memorial Jaguars and the Cranford Cougars. Good evening, everybody. I'm Kevin Connolly, and you are watching this game on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. We just had our ceremonial first pitches by New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy and New Jersey
I'll fucking bring Chapman down here and see what he's got to say about it. He's got no fucking
Jackson will be the home team. They'll turn the ball to Joe Santoriello. This evening, the Cranford Cougars starting lineup. It'll be Marcus Johnson getting things started. He'll play left field. Batting second will be the third baseman Ryan Jaros. Hitting third will be the big first baseman Aiden Plick. Cleaning things up will be the second baseman Jake DeClarico. Mike Murphy will bat fifth and play center field. Luca Lamera will catch and bat sixth. Joe Miola will be the designated hitter tonight and bat seventh. He's hitting for the pitcher Joe Correa. Will Gallagher will play shortstop and bat eighth. And rounding out the Cougars lineup will be Jake Chapman. He'll play right field. That lineup will go against Joe Santoriello, and he has his work cut out for him. This Cougar squad posted 12 runs against Don Bosco, another 10 runs against Bergen Catholic. They are playing very well as we get set for this championship game. Cranford representing the North bracket. Coming out of the South bracket is Jackson. As lineups are being exchanged at home plate, Joe Santoriello is throwing some makeshift warm-up pitches. And we're almost ready to go here at Arm & Hammer Park, the home of the Trenton Thunder, the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees.
What do you mean? It's a baseball game, homie. I'm not. Can you explain it to him? Explain what?
Raise up, on the stand.
Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Just about set for baseball here at Arm & Hamler Park, the home of the Trenton Thunder. Marcus Johnson set to get things started for the Cranford Cougars. Joe Santoriello on the mound for the Jaguars. Santoriello going to start out of the stretch. Johnson set, Santoriello set. Let's play ball here at Arm & Hammer Stadium. A half swing by Marcus Johnson. He goes around. Count 0-1. Pitch, breaking ball upstairs, count 1-1. Defense behind Santoriello for the Jaguars. In center field, it's Ryan Lasko. In left field, it's Andrew Sheffick. And in right field, it's Bill Petrina. Count 1-1 on Marcus Johnson. Pitch downstairs, count 2-1. In the infield, at third base, it's Jake Wendell. A shortstop's Ty Beck. At second base, it's Christian Pallone. And at first base, it's Kazman Petosa. The catcher is Tom Kosnick. 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air to right. Deep down the line, hooking. Foul and out of play, so the count moves to 2-2. Two count on Marcus Johnson. Just underway here in the top of the first. Cranford the road team, Jackson the home team. Santoriello set. 2-2 pitch. Rip towards first base and through. It's a leadoff single for Marcus Johnson, and that'll bring up the big swinging third baseman for the Cougars, Ryan Jaros. Johnson single right through the outstretched arms of Petosa at first. And that'll put a man on, and still nobody out here in the top of the first for Ryan Jaros. Jaros has been a fixture all over the field these last few games for the Cougars. First pitch he sees is cut on and missed. Count 0-1. We thank you for watching the Last Dance tournament all 2 weeks long here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. I believe this is our 12th game of the tournament. There goes Johnson off first. Pitch low for a ball. Johnson in there in plenty of time. Runner in scoring position for the Cougars, and a 1-1 count on Ryan Jaros. If you remember on Wednesday evening, this Cougar team was very aggressive against the Bergen Crusaders of Bergen Catholic. Aggressive in the count, aggressive on the bases. They've thrown 13 scoreless innings against Don Bosco and Bergen Catholic, and they've put up a good amount of runs as that pitch is upstairs. Count 2-1 on Jaros. It was a 10-0 win over the Crusaders on Wednesday. On Tuesday, it was a 12-0 win over Don Bosco. Jackson used a comeback victory over Bishop Eustace on Wednesday evening to advance to this Last Dance championship game. Cranford, the winners of the North bracket. Jackson, the winners of the South. They meet here for the overall Last Dance World Series title. We started with 222 teams. We're now down to 2. 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, Jaros cuts through it. Count even at 2-2. As it looks like we're going to have some early action in the Jackson bullpen. Just so we get rule clarifications out of the way, you will see a yellow line across the middle of the wall in the outfield. Anything above that line is a home run as the pitch is upstairs to Jaros. I say that because it looked like Jaros had a grand slam in that game against Don Bosco, but the umpires ruled it did not hit above the wall, which many think it did. It was still a bases clearing triple, but just so we get that out of the way. Payoff pitch. Hit in the air to right, hooking foul, out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. In right field, there is no advertisement wall. It's just the parking lot. But from down the line and left out to right center, there is a wall. Right center, a nice video board. And left center, the scoreboard above the Horizon Blue Cross and Blue Shield advertisement. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 3-2. Jaros hanging tough here against Joe Santoriello. A leadoff single to Marcus Johnson, and then he subsequently stole second base. Runner in scoring position for the Cougars here in the first. They plated 3 runs in their win against Bergen Catholic on Wednesday. The first baseman, Aiden Plick, waits on deck. 3-2 pitch. Downstairs. There goes Johnson to third. Throw down. Not in time. Gutsy base running there by Marcus Johnson. He takes third base, and now there will be runners on the corners and nobody out for Aiden Plick as we're going to have an early mound visit here from the Jaguars. Plick launched one over the right field wall in the game against Don Bosco on Tuesday. That game was at TD Bank Ballpark, down in Bridgewater, the home of the Somerset Patriots. Myself and the D1 Media producer, creator, cameraman, manager, Mustafa Hooten, we've been all over the state. We've been at Caven Point in Jersey City. We've been at Skyland Stadium up in Augusta, New Jersey. We've been at TD Bank Ballpark down in Bridgewater, and now we are here at Arm & Hammer Park here in Trenton, New Jersey for the conclusion of this Last Dance tournament. A wonderful tournament started by Mike Murray, the athletic director and head baseball coach at St. Joseph's of Metuchen High School. As I mentioned, we started with 222 teams. We're now down to 2. Who will be the Last Dance World Series champion? Pickoff play to first. Gyros back in time. The list of teams we've seen is very long. Talk about St. Peter's Prep, Union City, Ferris, Dickinson, Bayonne, Ridge, Cranford, Jackson Memorial, Milburn, Voorhees, Bergen Catholic, Del Barton. First pitch is fouled back to the catcher, count 0-1. We've seen some absolutely outstanding baseball over these 2.5 weeks. And we thank you all for joining us here on the YouTube page, D1 Media Pro. We hope you continue to follow us throughout our coverage of the hopeful fall sports high school season here in New Jersey. Counts 0-1 on Aiden Plick. Pitch hit on the ground and through for a base hit. Jaros turns around second. He'll stop right there. It's an RBI single from Aiden Plick. And the Cougars strike first. 1-0 here in the first. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Jake DeClarico. DeClarico, the second baseman this evening for the Cougars. He'll have Ryan Jaros at second, Aiden Plick on first. First pitch, DeClarico squares, pulls back, throw down to second, not in time. Jaros back in there standing up. Pitch was ruled a ball, so the count will be 1-0. Picture perfect night here at Arm & Hammer Park. Sun setting here in Trenton, New Jersey. Wind blowing a little bit from left to right. A mid 80-degree summer night. The last day of July here in New Jersey. DeClarico squares again. Drop down a beautiful bunt. Santiello falls on the mound. And the Cougars are going to have the bases loaded here in the first. It'll go down as an infield single for Jake DeClarico, and Mike Murphy steps up with a chance to give the Cougars a commanding lead here in the top of the first.
392.
It is early in this game, but the Jackson Jaguars are going to play the infield in, trying to cut down on the force at home. First pitch to Murphy, upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. A single by Marcus Johnson. He stole second on a pass ball on the walk to Ryan Jaros. He advanced to third. Aiden Plick with an RBI single to right field. And now Jake DeClarico with an infield single, and the bases are loaded. 1-0 pitch, hit foul, out of play, count 1-1. The champions of the North region trying to take a commanding lead here in the first. Outfield straight up for the Jags. Pitch way upstairs. Count 2-1. Looked like a breaking ball that Santoriello just had absolutely no control over. Bullpen active already for Jackson. They find themselves in a 1-0 hole here in the first. And Cranford threatening for so much more. Two-one pitch. Hit in the air, foul out of play. Count moves to 2-2. Murphy able to get a good piece of that one. So the count's 2-2 on the Cranford center fielder. Joe Santoriello looking for his first out here in the first inning. 2-2 pitch. Downstairs and outside. Count runs full to 3-2. Santoriello set. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. A big first out of the first inning for Jackson, as that's going to bring up the catcher, Luca Lamaria. Bases still loaded, one out here in the first for Lamaria. Joe Santoriello looking to work out of trouble. Middle infielders back for Jackson, looking for a double play ball. Pitch in there, called strike, count on one. You're watching the championship of the Last Dance World Series here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. My name is Kevin Connolly, as the pitch is looped in the air towards center. Is it going to fall? Yes, it will. It'll only score one for the Cougars, as Plick had to wait on second to make sure that ball dropped. But it's an RBI single for Lamaria, and it's 2-0 Cranford here in the first. That's going to bring up a pitching change. Cranford chases Joe Santoriello. He's only able to record one out in the first. We'll give you the pitching change when we come back right here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro.
He's up back on the suit. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge. Shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent Littleton is. Absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game. And
back here at Arm & Hammer Park, Dan Greenwood on in relief of Joe Santoriello here in the first. Bases loaded for the Cougars. Joe Miola laces one into the gap. It'll be cut off by Lasco. He bobbles it. 2 runs are in. On his way to third is Lamaria. They have Miola picked off first. He's going to slide back because no one's covering first base. It's a 2-run single by Joe Miola. And it's 4-0 Cougars here in the first. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Will Gallagher. Still nobody out here in the first. Runners at the corners for the Cougars. Excuse me, one out here in the first, I should say. Breaking ball in there, called strike. Middle infield back for Jackson, still looking for that inning-ending double play ball. Pitosa holds the runner on at first. Wendell playing at the corner, even with the bag at third. 1-0 upstairs, count 1-1. Joe Santoriello was only able to record one out in the first. There goes the runner, suicide squeeze, fouled back. Cranford still being aggressive as the courtesy runner on third base, Luke Patchowski, was sprinting home and Miola was off on first. Cranford swinging absolute hot bats coming into this game. Nothing different here as that pitch is outside. Count now 2-2. Dan Greenwood on the mound in relief of Joe Santoriello. 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right. Going back, Petrina. He camps under it. Miola on his way to first. Can they double him off? Yes, they can. The run does not score at home. Suspect base running at first by Joe Miola, who was off on the pitch. That's the double play Jackson needed to get out of the top of the first. But Cranford scores 4. We head to the home half. 4-0 Cranford.
Heads up, Jack. Understood. Took him and defeated. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here at Arm & Hammer Park, you're watching the championship game of the Last Dance tournament. Here in New Jersey, the Cranford Cougars strike in a big way. In the first inning, they plate 4 runs. They chase starter Joe Santoriello after he's only able to record 1 out. His final line, 1/3 inning pitch, 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 walked, and 1 strikeout. But if there's any team in this tournament that's able to come back from a big deficit, it's the powerful lineup of the Jackson Jags of Jackson Memorial. Christian Pallone will get things started against Joe Correa, the pitcher for the Cougars. Correa gets spotted a 4-run lead as he takes the mound. His first pitch is fouled back to the screen, count 0-1. Christian Pallone, Ryan Lasko, Tom Kosnick are due up in this first inning for the Jags. Oh, 1 pitch. Bounced up to the plate, count 1-1. Rest of the Jags lineup. Kazman Pitosa will clean up. He's the first baseman. Ty Beck, the shortstop, hits 5th. Jake Wendell hits 6th and plays third base, the designated hitter. Chris Kartnick bats 7th. Batting 8th is the left fielder Andrew Sefnick. And Bill Petrina is the right fielder and bats 9th. as that ball is hit in the air to left. Going back on it is Johnson. He shields his eyes and puts it away for the first out of the home half of the first inning. That's a good place to start for the Cougars defense. It's Marcus Johnson in left, Mike Murphy in center, and Jake Chapman in right. Third to first, Ryan Jarros is the third baseman. Will Gallagher is the shortstop. Jake DeClarico is the second baseman. Aiden Plick is the first baseman tonight for the Cougars, and behind the plate is Lucas Lamera as Joe Correa is on the mound. In steps Ryan Lasko, first pitch he sees is in there for a called strike. Correa's 0-1. In there, called strike. Count quickly 0-2. Lasko not happy about that call as he gets set back to dig in. Defense, normal depth all around for the Cougars. 0-2 pitch. Inside, Cranford crowd wanted that one. Count moves to 1-2. One-two pitch. Off the outside corner, count even at 2-2. Correa set 2-2 pitch home. Breaking ball just misses the top of the strike zone. Count runs full of 3-2. Payoff pitch. Hit in the air, deep to left center field. Going back on it is Murphy. He camps under it right in front of the warning track for the second out of the inning. Lasko gave that a ride to deep left center, but Murphy able to track it down as that brings up the catcher, Tom Kosnick.
Catcher, Tom Kosnick.
Two-way here in the bottom of the first inning. Cougars with a 4-0 lead. Joseph Correa looking for a 1-2-3 inning as that ball is laced into center field for a 2-out single by Kartnick.
First baseman, Carmine Petosa.
In steps the cleanup hitter, Carmine Petosa, as there'll be a meeting on the mound between Lamera and Correa.
Courtesy runner number 37, Austin Parker.
Courtesy runner Austin Pashat first for the Jags. Pitch. Off the outside corner, count 1-0. Runner leads off first, throw back, runner back in time. Count 1-0 on the Jackson first baseman, Carmine Petosa. Pitch in there, called strike. Looked like that ball might have been just off the outside corner and down. But it's a called strike and the count runs to 1-1. Harshick leads off first. Correa set, throw back over to first, and Parsh back in plenty of time. One count on Petosa. Swing and a miss. Parsh bluffed like he was moving down to second base, but put the brakes on quickly. But the count's 1-2. Joe Correa looking to get his team back at the plate in the second inning. It's a 4-0 lead here in the first. Jackson looking to respond. There goes the runner off first. Pitch grounded just foul outside first base, so we'll do it again in 1-2. Count 1-2 on Carmine Petosa. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Cranford with a 4-0 lead over Jackson here in the championship game of the Last Dance tournament. North versus South. Cranford defeating Bergen Catholic. Jackson defeating Bishop Eustace to get to this game. Counts 1-2. Pitch hit weakly towards short. Gallagher Fields throws across the diamond in time, and that does it for the first inning here of the championship game. Cranford leading 4-0. Going to look to add to that lead when we come back.
Montclair pull off this upset with 8 seconds remaining. Robinson drops back, looking in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Montclair! Touchdown, Montclair! Upset alert! The upset alert! The upset alert! Yes!
Now the St. John's College fans are getting rowdy as Littleton takes it up the left side, goes up the middle. He is fast for the big fridge, shoves off number 19, David Watson, and the fridge takes it all the way to the touchdown end zone. Can you believe it? I can't. The big fridge, a D1 prospect, no doubt. And that'll give the first lead of the game for the St. John's Cadets. And the sideline for the Cadets is pumping. I cannot believe what I just saw. Took it up the middle, cut it up the left side. And a very special talent, Littleton is, absolutely shoved David Watson off at midfield and just took it to the end zone. And now Kyle McCord is going to be faced with even more pressure, as if the Hawks want to win this ball game and not go 0-2, they're going to have to reclaim this lead fast.
Back here in Trenton, New Jersey, Cranford holding a 4-0 lead as we get set for the top of the second inning. The 9-hitter will get things started here in the second, Jake Chapman. First pitch he sees is ripped through the hole on the right side for a single, as the Cranford bats are absolutely on fire. Coming into this game, they outscored their last 3 opponents 30-2. That included 13 scoreless innings against Don Bosco and Bergen Catholic. You can make that 14 straight here with a scoreless first inning against Jackson Memorial. So the leadoff single to right for Jake Chapman turns the lineup over for the leadoff man, Marcus Johnson. He singled, stole second, and then came around to score on the RBI single from Aiden Plick back in the first. First pitch he sees is blooped in the infield. Wendell calls everyone off, and he puts it away for the first out of the second. That brings up the third baseman, Ryan Jaros. He drew a full count walk back in the first inning and then also later came around to score. Jaros came in to score on the Luca Lamaria RBI single. As looks like we're going to get some more action down in the Jackson bullpen. Greenwood already the second pitcher of the night for the Jags as his first pitch is hit up the middle. This could be 2. Beck flips onto first in time, and it's a very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Jags. Beck flips to Pallone, who throws on to Petosa. We're going to head to the home half. Jags looking to get on the board here in the second.
Face up, Jack. Understood. Took the win, defeating. Ethan Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
So the double play off the bat of Ryan Jaros gets Jackson Memorial back up to the plate here in the second inning. They're trailing 4-0 as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up in the Jags lineup. First pitch is cut on and missed as the shortstop Ty Beck takes his first cuts of the evening. Oh, 1 on the outside corner, called strike, count 0-2. Joe Correa's 0-2 pitch hit in the air, foul, out of play down the right field line. We'll keep the count at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled back. Lamera not able to hold on to it. So it'll keep the count at 0-2. We thank you for spending part of your Friday evening with us here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. My name is Kevin Connolly. As you watch Cranford and Jackson Memorial as that pitch is downstairs for a ball, count 1-2. It's the championship game of the Last Dance tournament. The champion Cranford Cougars of the North bracket against the champions of the South bracket and the Jackson Memorial Jaguars. Cougars with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch. Off the outside corner, count 2-2. 4 runs in the top of the first for Cranford off Jag starter Joe Santoriello. He was chased after just recording 1 out in that first inning. A quick 1-2-3 second inning gets the Jags back up as a called strike 3 to Ty Beck. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Jake Wendell.
Third baseman, Jake Wendell.
1 away here in the second. Pitch downstairs, count 1-0. Only blemish so far for the Cougars in this game is a single off the bat of Tom Kartnick. As that pitch is ripped down to first base, backhanded, stop there by Plick, and he takes it himself. And there are quickly 2 away here in the second. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Chris Kartnick. Kartnick hitting for the pitcher this evening for the Jags, which originally in the starting lineup was starter Joe Santoriello, but now is Dan Greenwood in relief as the first pitch is in there for a called strike, count 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner, count even at 1-1. Joe Carrier set. Breaking ball in there, called strike, count 1-2. Carrier looking for a 1-2-3 second. He's one strike away from getting it. One-two pitch. Just off the outside corner. By the body language of Kartnick, thought he might have thought that one was strike 3 as well. Cranford dugout certainly thought so, but the count's 2-2. Carrier set, 2-2 home. Breaking ball off the outside corner, count runs full of 3-2. On deck, the left fielder, Andrew Sefik. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and it's a 2-out walk for Chris Kartnick. And that brings up the aforementioned Andrew Sefik.
Left fielder, Andrew Sefik.
Sefik trying to keep things going here for the Jags in the second. They have a runner on first and 2 away. Cougars with a 4-0 lead thanks to 4 runs in that first inning. Pitch, hit in the air to center. Murphy goes back on it now, comes in, camps under it, and puts it away for the final out of the second inning. We head to the third. Cranford Cougars still lead it 4-0.
Heads up, Jack. Understood. Took him and defeated. Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Three, 4, and 5 due up for the Cougars here in the third inning. Dan Greenwood back out there for his second full inning of work. Aiden Plick got things started in the first inning with an RBI single. Jake DeClarico waits on deck. Mike Murphy in the hole. 4-0 Cougars as we get things started here in the third as Greenwood steps off. Action still brewing in the Jags bullpen. First pitch, ripped into the gap in left center field. That's going to drop. It'll be cut off there by Lasko. Plick on his way to second. He's in there standing up. It's a leadoff double for Aiden Plick. And there's already a runner in scoring position here in the third for the Cougars. That brings up second baseman Jake DeClarico. He singled in the first and later came around to score. Pitch outside. Count 1-0. Petosa way in guarding against the bunt at first. 1-0 pitch. Taken inside, count 2-0. Mike Murphy waits on deck for the Cougars. Aiden Plick with a leadoff double. He leads off second. Two-0 pitch. Ripped on the ground off the glove of Greenwood. Snagged there by Pallone. He throws over to first for the first out, but moving on down to third base is Aiden Plick. Infield will come all the way in for the Jags as Mike Murphy gets set to dig in. He struck out back in that first inning. Outfield also shallow for the Jags, trying to cut down Plick's potential 5th run at home. Greenwood set. First pitch, hit in the air to left center. Coming on Lasko, he dives and he makes the play. Tagging his Plick, thrown home, not in time. It's a sacrifice fly for Mike Murphy. It's now 5-0 Cougs, but what a great play by Lasko out in center field. His throw just not quick enough to home. So now with 2 outs here in the third, that's going to bring up catcher Luca Lamera. Five-0 Cougars. Pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike, count on 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Ripped in the air to center. Lasko looks like he has a beat on it. He leaps and he can't make the play. It goes in and out of his glove. So Lamera will reach on the E8. And there's a runner on first and 2 away as the designated hitter, Joe Miola, comes up.
Designated hitter, Joe Miola.
Luke Patchowski on first base running for Lamera as Joe Miola gets set to dig in. Pickoff play and Patchowski back in time. Looks like that won't go down as an error on Lasko, as the official score here on the scoreboard at Arm & Hammer Park put up a hit for Cranford instead of an error, as another throw back on to first and Patchowski back in time. So it goes as a single for Lucas Lamera. He gets pinch run for by Luke Patchowski at first. Pitch off the helmet of Joe Miola. He tried to duck that curveball, but it got him on the back of the helmet. And now there will be runners at first and second with 2 outs. And in steps the shortstop, Will Gallagher.
Shortstop, Will Gallagher.
Once again, we thank you for spending part of your Friday evening with us here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. My name is Kevin Connolly. Camera work and the creator, producer, manager, owner, founder, all of the above of D1 Media Pro is our cameraman tonight, Mustafa Hooten. Can follow him on Instagram at D1 Media Pro and on Twitter, Livestream King, as that pitch is cut on and missed by Will Gallagher. Count 0-1. Patchowski running for Lamera at second, Miola at first. Gallagher at the plate, 0-1 pitch, he squares. He offered at it, throw down to first, not in time. Kartnick trying to throw behind Miola, straying too far off the bag at first. Throw was not in time. Gallagher offered at the pitch on the bunt, so the count is 0-2. Gallagher hit into that double play to right when Miola strayed too far off the bag set to end things in the first. Count 0-2. Greenwood set. Pitch. Low and outside. Count 1-2. Greenwood paying a lot of attention to the courtesy runner Pat Chowski at second. Greenwood set. 1-2. Outside. Count even at 2-2. Greenwood stares in for the sign. Miola leads off first. Pakchowski leads off second. 2-2 pitch to Will Gallagher. Ripped down the line and left, hooking. We'll have to see what happens. Foul ball. Third base umpire says Sefik not able to complete a diving catch out there in left. We have a bit of an obstructed view of down the left field line in foul territory as the left field bullpen comes out ever so slightly. So the count remains 2-2. Two count, 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the third. Pitch ripped down the line and fair! Off the glove of Wendell, 1 run is in. Miola gonna stop at second. Pakchowski scores, and it's now 6-0 Cougars. RBI single from Will Gallagher. Jake Wendell just not able to glove that ball as it kicked away from him, trying to make a backhanded diving stop at third. In steps Jake Chapman. He singled back in the second inning. He skies one foul out of play into the seats. Count 0-1. Miola had to stay put at second and Will Gallagher on first. 2 runs in here in the third for the Cougars. Greenwood checks the runners, comes set. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. One and 1 count on the Cranford right fielder Jake Chapman. Pitch downstairs, count 2-1. After a 4-run first and a 1-2-3 second, Cranford back flexing their muscles at the plate here in the third. They have 2 in thanks to a sacrifice fly by Mike Murphy and an RBI single from Will Gallagher. It puts them up 6 runs as Chapman calls for time and steps out. Miola on second, Gallagher on first. Greenwood set for Jackson. 2-1 pitch. Inside, count 3-1, and the leadoff man, Marcus Johnson, waits on deck. (3-1) count. Pitch ripped. Foul down the first base line. Count now runs full to 3-2. Miola and Gallagher will be moving at second and first base respectively. Sun just about all the way set here at Arm & Hammer Park as you watch the championship game of the Last Dance tournament here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. Greenwood set. Chases the runners back. Count 3-2. 2 outs here in the third. There go the runners. Pitch runs inside and hits Jake Chapman, and that loads the bases for Marcus Johnson here in the third. We will have a meeting on the mound, and I believe it'll be a pitching change for the Jags. We'll give you the update when we come back. Cougars lead it 6-0 here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro.
This is after Cliff O'Maury with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Maury with the block. Empty it. Over the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Playing in the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Elliott pulls up. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. From Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Finish there. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nylane. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot.
Number 7, Zach Crutchfield.
Top.
Oh, he's still up, yeah.
Zach Crutchfield on in relief of Dan Greenwood. He threw 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, did not walk or strike out a batter. He allowed 2 runs, but he left with the bases loaded, and each one are his responsibility. In steps the leadoff man, Marcus Johnson. First pitch he sees is inside for a ball. Count 1-0. Still some stirring going on in the Jackson bullpen as we have a left-on-left matchup here. 1-0 count, bases loaded, 2 outs in the third. Cougars lead it 6-0. Pitch fouled back to the screen, count even at 1-1.
You put his head right in front of my camera. Right out there.
Crotchfeld set, 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Count 1-2. Good fastball there from the Jags left-hander. Jags looking to get out of this one unscathed anymore as the 1-2 pitch is way upstairs. Good jump up catch there by Kartnick. Count runs even to 2-2. Two and two's the count on Marcus Johnson. He singled and came around to score in the first, popped out to third in the second. His at-bat here is going to run full, count 3-2. The merry-go-round will be off on the pitch from Crotchfeld. 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the third. Cranford looking to blow this one open. Pitch fouled back out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. Ready again for the payoff pitch. There go the runners. Pitch off the outside corner just barely, and it's a bases loaded walk. by Marcus Johnson. Crotchfeld was walking off the mound, thought he had strike 3 called, but instead it's now 7-0 Cougars, and the bases are still loaded for the 9th hitter to come up in the inning, Ryan Jaros. Jaros had what looked like was a grand slam against Don Bosco, but a botched call from the umpires only left it at a bases clearing triple. First pitch he sees, cut on and missed, count 0-1. Bases still juiced here for Cranford. Count 0-1 on Ryan Jaros. Crotchfeld's pitch, downstairs, count 1-1. As now we're going to have a meeting on the mound between Kartnick and Crotchfeld. One and one's the count on Ryan Jaros. Gallagher on third, Chapman on second, Johnson on first for the Cougars. Pitch downstairs, good block by Kartnick, count 2-1. Ryan Jaros and Cranford looking to absolutely blow the doors open on this one. He fouls one back to the screen. We'll do it at 2-2. Bases loaded, 2-2 count on Jaros. Crotchfeld set. And the southpaw delivers. Downstairs, count runs full once again, so the runners will be on the move. Cranford fans on their feet behind the mound. There go the runners, payoff pitch. Foul down the right field line. We'll do it again at 3-2. Three-two count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch, ripped in the air to center field, going back Lasko. He's not going to be able to make the play. Ryan Jaros clears the bases with a 3-run double. And it's 10-0 Cougars here in the third. Ryan Jaros clears the bases here in the third. It's now 10-0 Cranford, and they're still threatening with a runner on second and 2 outs with Aiden Plick coming up, who doubled and came around to score to start off this inning. He also has an RBI single back in the first. First pitch he sees is downstairs. Good block by Kartnick, keeps Jaros at second. Crotchfeld set, 1-0. Downstairs, there goes Jaros to third. Throw down, not in time. Wendell dropped the ball. If he hadn't, looked like he had Jaros. Count 2-0, and Jaros now on third with 2 away. Two 2-0 count on Plick. Pitch downstairs, count 3-0. Cranford coming off a 10-run Mercy Rule game of the Bergen Crusaders on Wednesday night. The pitching, the hitting, it's all stayed the same. 10-0 here in the third. In there, called strike, count 3-1. A 12-0 defeat of Don Bosco on Tuesday. A 10-0 defeat of Bergen Catholic on Wednesday. And a 3-1 walk to Aiden Plick here. And there'll be runners at the corners for Jake DeClarico as we have another meeting on the mound for the Jags. And looks like we're going to have another pitching change. Runners at the corners, two outs here in the third. Cranford has absolutely blown the doors open off this one. We'll be right back here on the on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro.
Hey, on the stand. Took the win, Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Didn't strike out anybody. So in steps Devin Fodero in relief of Zach Crotchfelt. Crotchfelt relieved Dan Greenwood, whose final line goes as 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, didn't walk or strike out a batter. Zach Crotchfelt was unable to get an out. He allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Ryan Jaros, who's on third, and as well as Aiden Plick, who's on first, are his responsibility. Jackson just was trying to do anything to get out of this inning as in steps the cleanup man, Jake DeClarico. DeClarico singled and came around to score in the first and grounded out earlier in this inning in the third. DeClarico was actually the first out of this third inning. On the outside corner, called strike, count 0-1. There goes the runner off first. Pitch, bounce in the dirt. Jaros coming home. Play at the plate. There will be no play. Jaros slides in safely. It's 11-0 Cranford. Plick takes second on the stolen base. Jaros takes home on the passed ball. And it's now 11-0 here in the third. Plick on second. 1-1 count on Jake DeClarico. Fodero set. Pitch downstairs, count 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit in the air, foul, out of play. Coming towards us in the press box, but it falls just a little bit short. Almost went in a garbage can. So the count's 2-2. There goes Plick off second. Pitch hit in the air, back behind second base. Beck calls everyone off, and he can't make the play. He tried to catch it one-handed, it popped right out of his glove, and a run scores for the Cougars. It's now 12-0, and the wheels have fallen off the bus here for Jackson Memorial. DeClarico reaches now on the E6, and in steps Mike Murphy, who was the second out of this inning. It was a sacrifice fly on a highlight diving play in center field by Ryan Lasco. Pickoff play to first, DeClarico back in time. 8 runs in here in the third for the Cougars, who looked like they were going to go down fairly quietly. Oh, the contrary. Throw back down to first. Good pick there by Pitosa, but DeClarico back in time. Pitch was called a strike. So the count's 0-1. There goes the runner. Pitch hit in the air to center. Lasco moving over towards the gap, and he puts it away for the final out of the top of the third, but not before the Cranford Cougars plate 8 runs. They now lead it 12-0. We head to the home half of the third. We'll be right back after this.
The winner will be drawn at the end.
Hey, on this two. Took him and decleaning. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
So it was a long wait in between innings in the dugout for Joseph Correa, but he'll take it. He has a 12-run lead as he gets set for his third inning of work, as it is 9-1-2 due up for the Jags here in the third. First pitch, squares to bunt, and it goes foul by Bill Petrina. So the count will start at 0-1. Jackson looking for something to cling on to, some type of hope or anything here in the home half of the third. They trail it 12-0. In there, called strike, count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Petrina gave a little bit of a half-hearted swing. Don't know if he went around, but it goes in as called strike 3, and that turns things over to the top of the order and Christian Pallone.
Second baseman, Christian Pallone.
Pallone flew out to left field to start things in the bottom of the first. He takes one, and he fouls one. Looked like it got him in on the hands, but the count will be 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, count 1-1. Fouled back. Near the on-deck circle, down the third base line. Count moves to 1-2. One-two pitch. Way outside. Count 2-2.
Yeah, all wrong. Sugar wrong. Oh, you fucking bastard.
2-2 count. Correa steps off. Breaking ball outside. Count 3-2. Payoff pitch. Ripped down the third baseline. Foul. So we'll do it again at 3-2. $12-0 Cranford here over Jackson Memorial in the championship game of the Last Dance tournament. Payoff pitch upstairs, so a one-out walk for Christian Pallone as Jackson tries to get something started here in the third.
Center fielder Ryan Lasco.
Ryan Lasco digs in, the center fielder. He flew out to center field back in the first inning. Pallone leads off first. Pitch runs inside and hits Lasco. So there'll be runners on first and second here with one out in the third.
What's funny is this is Jackson, and Jackson was the town where it freaked out early in 30. Remember when all the young people I got the Airbnb? Yeah, it was working. They got to do that.
In comes the catcher, Tom Kartnick. Kartnick's responsible for the only hit of the game so far for the Jags. He singled back in the first inning. His team building some type of momentum here in the third. Can he keep it going? Pallone on second, Lasco on first, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound between Lamera and Correa. Correa set. First pitch. Upstairs, count 1-0. Evening has fallen here as we approach 8:30 at Arm & Hammer Park here in Trenton, New Jersey, the championship game of this Last Dance high school baseball tournament. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner, called strike, count 1-1. Cranford, the champions of the North bracket, Jackson Memorial, the champions of the South bracket. Both teams were rightly distinguished and given their praises and shirts and trophies and I believe rings for winning their respective brackets. As that pitch is outside, count 2-1. We started this tournament about 2.5 weeks ago with 222 teams. We're now down to 2. We will crown a champion this evening. Cranford with a 12-0 lead in the third. Cut on and missed, count 2-2. Count 2-2 on the 3-hole hitter for the Jags, Tom Kartnick. He's got runners on first and second with 1 out here in the third. Pitch. Hit foul out of play over the stadium, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Pallone on second. Lasco on first. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Count runs full to 3-2. Can Jackson inch closer here in the third? A walk and a hit by pitch has 2 on and 1 out. Joe Correa hasn't been in any type of trouble this evening until now. Payoff pitch. Rip toward short. Could this be 2? Gallagher to DeClaro on to first in time double play. So much for any trouble for the Cougars. What else would you expect from this Cranford team? An inning-ending double play sends us to the fourth. Cranford still leads it 12-0.
We saw him last year with the Bees. This is at 3. Cliff O'Maury with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Maury with the block. Empty it. Up at the basket. No foul called. Going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Number 11 gets it done. Sticking the tongue. Playing in the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Ellick. It was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the Cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Maury, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God. That's the dunk potentially. CJ baseline, dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the 3. Rivera gets 3 down and a slam dunk. Expire. We're going to get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Boff and with Miles Lane as Matt.
Any type of trouble the Cougars have gotten in recently, they've gotten out of it without a sweat. This time it's a inning-ending double play, a 6-4-3 double play. And we head to the top of the 4th inning, and getting things started will be the catcher, Luca Lamaria.
For the Cranford Cougars, catcher Luca Lamaria.
Lamaria had an RBI single back in the first and then singled in that 8-run third and eventually came around to score as he takes a pitch in there for a called strike. Fodero back out there for the Jags. Pitch inside, count 1-1. One pitch. Ripped in the gap towards left center. Lasko coming on, and he's able to track it down. Great first jump there by Lasko to chase that ball down in the gap. And there's one away here in the fourth. It's going to bring the designated hitter Joe Miola. A 2-run single back in the first and a hit by pitch in the third where he eventually came around to score.
Joe Miola.
First pitch of the designated hitter. Hit towards third base. Wendell Fields throws across the diamond in time, and there are quickly 2 away here in the fourth. And he'll step the shortstop Will Gallagher. He flew out into that double play in the first. Had an RBI single in the third and came around to score.
Shortstop Will Gallagher.
Two outs here in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Gallagher, ripped in the air towards center. Lasko going back, settles under it, and a very quick top of the fourth inning for Jackson Memorial. Can they build on it in the home half? We'll have to wait and see. Come right back here on the YouTube page of D1 Media.
Hey, up, understand. Took him and decreasing. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Joe Correa back out there for his fourth inning of work. A very quick 1, 2, 3 top half of the inning for Devin Fodero. He's trying to do his best to keep his team in this one. They trail 12-0. First things first, Jackson trying to avoid a mercy rule in a championship game as the first pitch breaking ball misses, so the count 1-0. If after 5 innings of play, if Cranford is leading by 10 or more runs, that'll be the ball game on a 10-run mercy rule. That pitch is drilled into right field. Going back, Chapman. He's at the wall. It's off the base of the wall. Petosa looked like he thought it was gone out of the box, but he's in there to second with a leadoff double. So does the leadoff double by Carmine Petosa get things started here for the Jags in the fourth? In will step Ty Beck, who was called out on strikes back in the second inning.
Austin Parachek.
First pitch on the outside corner, called strike, count on 1. Correa's 0-1. Outside, good block there by Lamera. Count 1-1. Jaros on the infield grass at third. Middle infielders hold on Petosa at second. His leadoff double might create some momentum as that pitches off the outside corner. Count 2-1. Two-one pitch. Ripped up the middle. Stopped there by Gallagher. He throws on to first for the out, as moving on to third base is Carmine Petosa. In'll step Jake Wendell. He grounded out to first base back in the second inning. Jackson Memorial threatening to put an end to a 16-inning scoreless streak by this Cranford pitching staff. First pitch upstairs, count 1-0. Clearly the Cougars will concede a run for an out here in the fourth, leading 12-0. It was a complete game one-hitter by Will Gallagher against Don Bosco as that ball is ripped foul outside first base. That game was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Rob Salvatore followed that up with a Mercy Rule shortened 6-inning complete game shutout. And here Joseph Correa is working on 3 scoreless innings himself. Pitch outside, count 2-1. Two-one pitch, fouled out of play, count 2-2. Two-two count on Jake Wendell, the third baseman today for the Jags. He's got a runner on third as he takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike 3. Wendell goes down looking, and there's 2 outs here in the fourth.
Number 36, Jared Caruso.
We'll now have a pinch hitter up for the designated hitter, Chris Kartnick. It'll be Jared Caruso against Joe Correa, trying to bring in Jackson's first run of the game. First pitch called strike 1. A 1 pitch as Correa bluffs over to third. Jaros not even anywhere close to the bag to holding Kartnick on. Excuse me, Petosa on. Petosa on third. 1-0 pitch outside, count 1-1. Runner on third, 2 outs here in the fourth. Count 1-1 on the pinch hitter, Jared Caruso. Caruso hitting for Chris Kartnick. Pitch, hit in the air, back over second base. Will it fall in? No, it won't! What a play by Jake DeClarico. Running back, sliding, a basket catch. This Cranford team can do it all. We head to the fifth. They still lead at 12-0.
We saw him last year with the Bees. This is at 3. Cliff O'Mori with the slam after the rebound. Cliff O'Mori with the block. Empty it. Up with the basket. No foul called. going the other way. Oh, here we go. Highlight reel. Woo! Number 11 gets it done, sticking the tongue. Playing on the same court together at any point. Really awesome moment for the two of them. CJ going up for the dunk. 14-5. Coach Eric Ellick holds up. Courtney was a backcourt except for the one guy that mattered. Oh! Freshman Simeon Wiltshire. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm going to use that new coin term again, Matt. We just saw the cliff effect twice. Woo! On the defensive side. So good. From Brian Bernard. And Cliff. Woo! Another slam dunk. Finish there. Gets the steal. Gives up to Nile. Sports Center, you better be watching. We're all going to get an open shot like that. It's always the alley-oop. CJ Wiltshire, the big game so far today. Cliff O'Maury, the highlight reel dunk. Up to Niles Lane. Oh my God! That's the dunk potentially. CJ baseline dunk. Gap between these two teams as Wiltshire's off on the three. Rivera gets the rebound and the slam dunk. Expire. We're gonna get a finish here. Oh, a slam dunk finish to clarify that. What a way to Catholic Lion. What a finish. That is the game, folks. We'll be back with Coach Bob.
Lead off for Cranford Cougars. Fielder Marcus
Back here for the 5th inning. Jake Chapman gets things started. First pitch he sees is downstairs. Count 1-0. Cougars looking for some insurance runs. Jackson Memorial would have to score at least 2 in the bottom half if things hold to force a 6th inning. Or they'd have to score 3, excuse me. Count 2-0. It's a 10-run mercy rule, so Jackson would have to plate 3 runs to make it a 9-run game if they can hold Cranford here in the 5th. 2-0 pitch. In there, called strike, count 2-1. Devin Fodero back out for another inning of work. Two-1. Hit foul into the Cranford dugout. Count moves to 2-2. $12-0 Cranford here in the 5th, thanks to a 4-run first and an 8-run third. Their pitching has been flawless. Their bats have been on fire. 2-2 pitch downstairs. Count runs full of 3-2. Full count to Chapman. Pitch hit in the air, foul down the third baseline and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. Jake Chapman singled back in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the 3rd. The 3-2 pitch to him in the 4th is a drop third strike. Throwdown is in time. It was a late call by the home plate umpire. So Chapman goes down looking to start the 5th. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Marcus Johnson. He singled and came around to score in the 1st, popped out to 3rd in the 2nd, and walked and came around to score in the 3rd.
Center fielder Marcus Johnson.
First pitch, hit in the air to right. Going back on it is Petrina. Now he comes in and he makes the play while falling down. And he did make the play for the 2nd out of the 5th. Looked like he lost a shoe, or no, he took a big part of the sod out in right field as him and Lasco try to put that back into place. But there's two-way here in the 5th, and that brings up Ryan Jaros, who really opened up this game back in the 3rd. A 3-run double on a 3-2 count. Jaros has been the clutch hitter as he grounds one to second base. Pallone fields, throws on in time. So it's a 1-2-3-5 for Jackson Memorial. But they need at least 3 runs in the home half to force this game to the 6th inning. Can they do it? We'll find out right after this.
Heads up, Jack. Understood. Took him and defeated Ethan Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here for the bottom of the 5th. Does Jackson Memorial have 3 runs in them to extend this game to a 6th inning? Andrew Sepik gets things started. He weakly grounds one down the 3rd base line, and that's going to stay there for an infield single. Throw by Correa to first was not nearly in enough time, so it's a leadoff single for Andrew Sepik. And Jackson has the leadoff man on here in the 5th. We'll now have a pinch hitter for Jackson. It'll be
Number 72, Zach Appolisi.
Zach Appolisi digs in with Sepik on first and nobody out here in the 5th. Pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Pitch grounded up the middle. This could be 2. Gallagher, DeClarico on to first, not in time. So Appolisi will reach on a fielder's choice, but Sepik out at second, and there's 1 away here in the 5th. That flips the lineup over to the leadoff man, Christian Pallone. He flew out to left in the 1st and walked in the 3rd.
Number 18, Christian Pallone.
Cranford 2 outs away from being crowned the Last Dance World Series champions as that first pitch is upstairs, count 1-0. One-0 pitch. And they're called strike, count 1-1. Pitch outside. There goes the runner down second. Throw is in time. What a throw by the catcher, Luca Lamaria. And just like that, Cranford is 1 out away from being crowned the Last Dance World Series champions. Pitch was called a ball, so the count's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Outside, count 3-1.
No fans are permitted on the field. Again, no fans are permitted on the field. Thank you.
Three-one pitch. Outside, ball 4. Pallone works his way on with a walk. And in will step up the center fielder, Ryan Lasko. So all 3 men that have come to bat in this inning for the Jags have reached. It was a single by Andrew Sepik. He was out at second thanks to the fielder's choice by Zach Appolisi. He was caught stealing And now Christian Pallone works his way on with a walk. First pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike.
Tickets. I will be announcing the 50-50 tickets.
Count 1-0 to Ryan Lasko. Pallone on first, 2 outs here in the 5th. Cranford 1 out away. Pitch outside, count 1-1.
In third place, ticket number 0899023. Again, 0899023.
Count 1-1. The pitch. Upstairs and outside, count 2-1. 2-1 count on Ryan Lasko. 12-0 Cranford here in the bottom of the 5th. They're 1 out away from being the Last Dance champions. Pitch inside. Did he go?
Second place, ticket number 029.
No, he did not. Count runs 3-1.
0292219.
Three and 1 count on the center fielder Ryan Lasko. Christian Pallone on first. Pitch downstairs, ball 4, and runners are on first and second as in steps a pinch hitter. It'll be Matt Feld hitting for Tom Kartnick.
077 again, 0292077.
First pitch to Feld. Upstairs, ball gets away from Lemeria. Runners move down to second and third.
You may pick up your winnings at the table. New Jersey Last Dance World Series appreciates your donation. Again, no fans are permitted on the field. Thank you.
Count 1-0 on the pinch hitter, Matt Feld. Runners at second and third, 2 outs here in the 5th. Cranford 1 out away. Pitch downstairs, count 2-0. Cranford working on a 17-inning scoreless streak. With 1 more out and not letting that run in from third, they'll make it 18 and they'll win the tournament. Pitch in there for a called strike, count 2-1. Cut on and missed. Jackson down to their last strike. Cranford 1 strike away from winning the Last Dance World Series. Cranford fans on their feet here at Arm & Hammer Park. Correa set, 2-2. Fouled outside third base. We'll do it again at 2-2. Joseph Correa stares in, comes set, his 2-2 home. Hit in the air, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run single by Matt Feld. The scoreless inning streak comes to an end at 17 2/3. And Jackson Memorial are 1 run away from pushing this to a 6th inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Carmine Patosa, who absolutely launched a deep double to right field back in the 4th. Feld leads off first. Pitch upstairs. Count 1-0. Cranford leads at 12-2. If they're able to record 1 more out before another Jackson Memorial run scores, the game will end thanks to the 10-run mercy rule, as we're going to have a meeting on the mound as Correa a little shaky here in the 5th. Every man for Jackson Memorial that has come to the plate has reached in this inning. It was started by a single by Andrew Seffick. He was out at second base thanks to a fielder's choice by Zach Applees. Applees was caught stealing, and then Christian Pallone walked, as did Ryan Lasko. They both advanced up one base thanks to the passed ball, and Matt Feld knocked them both in thanks to a 2-run single. Can Carmine Petosa continue to pass the baton here in the 5th for Jackson Memorial? They need one more run to force a 6th inning. Cranford needs one more out before that run scores to end the game, and they'd be crowned the Last Dance World Series champions. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball upstairs, count 2-0.
A reminder, no fans are permitted on the field. Thank you.
Count 2-0. There goes the runner off second. Throw down, not in time. It's a stolen base for Matt Feld. And they're going to intentionally walk Carmine Petosa. So Petosa on first thanks to the intentional walk. And that'll bring up Austin Parikh, also a pinch hitter here for the Jags. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the 5th. Pitch in there, called strike. Pitch upstairs, count 1-1. Parikh hitting for the shortstop, Ty Beck. One and one's the count. Pitch outside, count 2-1. Correa set, 2-1 pitch. In there, called strike. Two and 2 count. Correa set. Pitch home. Off the outside corner. Count runs full to 3-2. Runners will be on the move at first and second. 3-2 count, 2 outs. 12-2, Cranford leads it here in the 5th. A run would extend the game to the 6th. An out before that run scores ends it for Cranford. 3-2, there goes the runners. Swing on and miss, strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions here in New Jersey. A 12-2 victory over the Jackson Memorial Jaguars ends a sensational tournament for the Cougars. They dominated everyone they faced, and it culminates in a championship here at Arm & Hammer Park.
Thank you for attending tonight's game, and congratulations to Cranford Cougars. Come back to Arm & Hammer Park for after moving that series, starting with Field Dreams on August 6th and True Story.
Cranford celebrates on the field as they win it 12-2 here at Arm & Hammer Park. We welcome you into the broadcast booth here at Arm & Hammer Park. Cranford is your Last Dance World Series champions. They beat Jackson Memorial 12-2 thanks to stellar pitching by Joe Correa. The game got blown open on a bases-clearing double by Ryan Jaros, but you can't just limit it to one hitter and this Cranford lineup. 12-0 over Don Bosco, 10-0 over Bergen Catholic, 12-2 here over Jackson Memorial. They did it on the mound, they did it at the plate, and they did it on the field. It was a great tournament. For Mustafa Hooten, the owner, producer, manager of D1 Media Pro, I'm Kevin Connolly. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in over these 2.5 weeks. Sports are back. Sports are back in New Jersey. I know I can speak for Mustafa. We had a blast covering this tournament. We hope you had a blast watching it at home. That does it for Arm & Hammer Stadium. Stay tuned to our social media feeds. Instagram, D1 Media Pro. On Twitter, Livestream King. You can follow me, Kevin Connolly24. That's Kevin Connolly24 on Twitter for more post-game coverage and interviews here with the Cranford Cougars. But signing off here from Arm & Hammer Park, Cranford are your Last Dance World Series champions. They defeat Jackson Memorial 12-2 here at Arm & Hammer Park, home of the Trenton Thunder. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope to see you in the fall for more sports here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. I'm Kevin Connolly. Thanks for tuning in.
So now we gotta figure out how we're gonna get them. If we could. Nothing no filming kids?
Are we clear?
Oh, whoa.